let's all prepare for summer. I want to share with you something that I was lucky or somewhat unlucky enough to get. When I saw this and I got this on video, it's profoundly unbelievable. The river guides around this area use this as a training video, and there is no better training video out there. Seriously. I was able to catch this expedition of new rafters going down this waterfall, and it doesn't turn out well. So if you want to scroll, right now would be a good time. Everybody sinks in low because you want to go in as low as you can. Boat flips. That happens all the time. Now, what you're supposed to do is not hold on to the raft, but basically relax. It's very hard to do in this situation, and let the river pull you down. So you'll see right now a guy at the front, he's getting pulled down. He's doing what he should do. Now, this is very hard to do because it's super scary because you're going to go over rocks, and you're hoping to not go over the rocks with your head. You hope to go on your butt. And he did that, and he was pushed out of an eddy on the bottom. This guy who was in the back of the raft decided that he was going to go in after his paddle. He's a good guy. I did this video before and everybody was on this guy. I think it shows that he's a good guy because he forgot when he's in the water, when you're in the drink like that, when you're taking a swim, you don't think about the safety talk. You think about, oh, I want to get the paddle. This guy's a cleanup guy. He's like, I don't want to leave any of my tools behind. It was out of a good place, but for a $50 paddle that was going to get pushed out at the bottom anyway, he was risking his life for that. But he did not know that. He will after this, if he ever goes rafting again, which I highly doubt. Right about here, he's flailing around. The water is not kicking him out because it's literally a whirlpool where it has him spinning right there. He almost tips the kayaker. The kayaker, by the way, is a woman. She's 120 pounds soaking wet. She is showing the most advanced kayaking skills, rescue skills I've ever seen in person. Because he's grabbing the kayak, she's trying very hard to give him the back of the kayak. He's still holding on to the paddle, but she's trying very hard to give him the back of the kayak where there's a rope attached, and all he has to do is hold on to that rope, and then she will pull him into shore. Same thing goes with all of these rescue bags that are coming in from the left. He goes underwater, which is not good here. He tries to grab onto the rock, realizes it's slippery, and that's where the panic sets in. Now he's panicking here. He's been in the water for a long time. He's panicking here, and he's been in the water for a long time. And you can hear all of the people, all of the rafting guides on the left-hand side on the rocks that are throwing him rescue bags. And they're yelling as loud as they can to get him to do a rescue bag, but he's in panic mode right now. He sees a kayaker, and he is trying to pull on the lowest point of the kayak, which is the absolute worst place that you could possibly try to get a kayak. At that point, he's near drowning, because what he's trying to do is basically just crawl up on her. And if she fell out of the kayak, it would be likely that both of them would drown right now. You can see the paddle, which is circling around him. The paddle is stuck in the same whirlpool that he is. And this is real. The water is so absolutely freezing cold that right now he's probably realizing what a bad situation he's in. The kayaker is showing absolutely expert level kayaking here. I worship the ground that she walks on, or the water she kayaks on. I worship it. There is no better kayaking skills than this. She tries so hard to get him to hold on to the back of the kayak, but he's in full panic. And especially when your head goes underwater like that, all you see around you, when you look around, you don't see the bags. It's very obvious to us because we're about 10 feet over the water, so we're looking down. But in his perspective, all he's seeing is foam. He's only seeing the white, foamy water. And then if he looks up, he's seeing about 10 feet high waterfall. And he has no idea of the bigger picture. He doesn't see the ropes coming at him. All you see is foam. And right now, they're trying to throw bags. They're lobbing them really well. So the bags, they're brightly colored. They're very visual. But the way that he is in panic and his head is going underwater, this is where I actually thought he was going to drown. Because when you start losing energy and when your head goes underwater, this is where it turned. And I thought we were going to watch a man drown. This is where I started shaking. But right at that point, This guy lucked out so much because someone threw the bag and hit him in a way that it wrapped around his head, and they were able to pull him in even though he wasn't really cooperating with them. Right there, they were able to pull him in because someone literally lassoed him in and was able to pull him to shore. It all turned, and honestly, he's not fighting the rope right now because he's just so exhausted. He can't fight the rope anymore. He got safely to shore. All of us on shore felt sick to our stomach. We almost, this was the worst I've ever seen. But if you decide to go whitewater rafting and you've never been on the river before, I would highly recommend that you keep this video and check it out before you go. And listen to that safety talk beforehand, because advanced people to beginners drowned in the same amount of time, which is less than 3 minutes. So take care out there.